Good morning, my students. Today I am going to teach you unit number 6, habitats, and lesson number 3, finding food. Just to give you a recall, I taught you before lesson number 1 that was about habitats and homes where plants and animals live. Then I taught you lesson number 2 and that was adaptations, and that was related to how the plants and animals are adapting themselves or managing themselves in their particular habitat where they are living. Today we will start with lesson number 3, finding the food in their particular habitat. Means how the plants and animals are finding the food in their habitats. For this lesson, you have to refer to your science textbook, page number 66 and page number 67. So let's start. As we all know that all the living things, they need the food for their survival. So animals are spending large part of their lives, they are hunting for the food or they are feeding the food. First of all, we'll start with the term that is called producers. As from the name it indicates, producers means to produce or to make their own food. And who are the producers? The plants. The plants are called the producers. And how they're making their food? By using light energy from the sun, carbon dioxide from the air, and water from the soil. You can see the picture also. You can see the light energy. The plants are using the light energy, and from where they're getting light energy? From the sun. You can see they're taking the carbon dioxide from the air, and you can see the water here. They're taking it from the soil. You can see this red pointer. It will help you to understand nicely. And what they're releasing? They're releasing oxygen, which the all other living things like animals and plants are using the oxygen to breathe in. So in this way, the plants are producing their food. Next is consumers. Now, who are the consumers? The animals, either they are eating plants or either they are eating the other animals, they are called the consumers. First of all, we will talk about the term herbivores. Now, which animals are called the herbivores? The animals who are eating the plants are called the herbivores, or they are called the plant eating animals because their feed is only the plants. The examples are horses, elephant, cow, sheep, deer, rabbit, and snail. See the picture of a sheep, zebra, giraffe, and cow. These all animals are called herbivores because they are dependent on the plants for their feed or for their food. Now, moreover, I will tell you the examples of the herbivores along with their special features. Like if you remember in lesson number 2 when I was teaching you about adaptations, there also I told you about the animals, how they are adapting in their habitat because of their special features. So herbivores also, the animals who are eating the plants only, they also are adapting to their special features. So let's start now. Now, first of all, I will explain you about the plant-eating insects. Now, which one of them are the insects which are eating the plant? You can see locust and the caterpillar. This is the picture of a locust and this is the picture of a caterpillar. So these are the insects who are eating only the plants for their survival. Next is the example of a slug and snail. And what is the special feature? They use tongue that is covered in their tiny teeth to grind the plants. The picture I will show you for slug. Can you see this one? And snail. So these are the insects who are eating the plants. And slug and snail, what they do? They use tongue covered in their tiny teeth to eat the plants. And in the previous one, what was the special feature of the locust and caterpillar? They have hard horny jaws which help them to cut up the leaves. Next are the plant-eating birds. The birds who are eating the plants, and the example is of parrots. Now what the parrots have a special feature for eating the plants? They have their heavy beaks. And why they have their heavy beaks? For opening the seeds and nuts. You can see this is the parrot eating the seeds, and this is the parrot eating the nut. So these are the birds who are eating the plants. Next are the mammals who are eating the plants. What example we have in them? Horse, deer, rabbits. And what they have the special feature for eating the plants? They have their large flat teeth for grinding the leaves and the other parts of the plants. And next are the plant-eating animals. Now which of the animals are eating the plants? Butterfly and moths. This is the picture of a butterfly. This one is a picture of a butterfly, and this one is a picture of a moth. And what the special feature they are having? They have long tongues to feed on the nectar from the flowers. Now what is the nectar? It is a sugar-rich liquid that is produced in the flowers. So their feed is that sugary liquid that is produced in the flowers. Then we have aphids and bugs. Now what they have? You can see this one, the pointed mouth of the aphid and the bug. You can see here also. This one is the pointed mouth part of the bug. So they are doing what? They are extracting the juices from the plants. Digesting the plant material. Now how do all these animals, mammals, birds and insects, how they are digesting the plants? As I told you that these are the animals who are feeding and dependent on only the plants. So they are eating stems and leaves, and they need long time for chewing them. So what do? They have special stomachs to store this food. But what are they doing? They are swallowing the food only. They're not digesting it. They're not chewing it. They only swallow a lot of food wherever it is available. And when they get a safe place, they bring the food back into their mouth and then chew them. This process is called chewing the cud. What is it called? It is called chewing the cud. So, partly digesting the food, returning into from your stomach to your mouth, and then they chew them nicely, and then they digest them. So this is called the cud. One time again I will repeat for you. Cud is the term when these animals are not digesting the food, partly only. it will go to their stomach. They will bring them that food back to their stomach, from the stomach to their mouth, and they will chew them nicely, because they are only swallowing the food. They are not chewing them. So they will bring the food back from their stomach. They will chew them nicely, and then they will digest it. And what they have, these all herbivores who are eating the plants, they have long digestive system, because plants are very harder to digest. And what are they? They are, bodies are rounded or barrel shaped. Barrel shaped also means oval or rounded. Now carnivores. Now who are the carnivores? When herbivores are eaten by the flesh eating animals, they are called the carnivores. So the carnivores are the animals who eat the flesh or other animals. And about this term carnivores, I will explain you in the next lesson. So herbivores are the animals who are eaten by the carnivores. And what herbivores eat? They eat only the plants. And herbivores move very slowly, and they spend so much time for feeding. Like I told you, they have to chew the plants, and plants are very harder to digest. The stems and leaves of the plants are very harder to digest, so they take long time for digesting and feeding those plants. Now you have to refer to the fact alert that is given on textbook page number 67. Please all of you open that page. And it is about the elephant. It says that elephant eats about 500 kilogram of the plant food every day. How much food elephant eats? 500 kg of the plants the elephant is eating every day, and it has 24 teeth for grinding the food. Just to summarize for you today's lesson, first of all, I taught you about what are the producers, what are consumers. Then we talked about the herbivores. Who are the herbivores? The plant eating animals are called the herbivores. And in the examples of herbivores, I gave you the example of the insects, birds, mammals, animals who are eating only the plants. And in the last, we talked about their digestive system, that how their digestive system is working. And then I discussed you the term cud, what is called cud. So I hope that you all have understood the lesson nicely, and you all will revise and read the page number 66 and 67 for your lesson number 3 again, so that you can memorize all the things nicely. Thank you so much, everyone.